Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a Forsaken tier list, as you can see, which it's all the killers and the survivors, and in this it's not the new 2-time, but I'm going to base it off of the new 2-time. So let's just start it off with a simple noob. It really depends on how you play him. I'm gonna say it's about a lot of them, but I think he's alright. Elliot, I would say it's pretty good, just due to the fact how you can heal your teammates, and then also you can run away from the killer if the killer's trying to target you. So it can be pretty decent depending on what you're doing and how you're using your abilities, because you have to use it on the right people that are low enough. 2-time, which is the reworked version, I would say he's alright because you have to stab the killer in the back to stun it, which I don't really like that. And also, you have to stab them in the back to get more of the bar filled. And also, I really wasn't expecting how you had to fill the bar up, which kind of threw off my whole entire, oh, this is going to be a great rework. So, it's not the best, but it's alright. This guy, don't know how to say his name. He, it depends how you use his clones and what, like, type you use his clones on, like Cursor or just, like, Pathfinding. And Pathfinding and stuff are horrible, but then Cursor will also only last a certain amount of time before you can't really control it. So, I'm going to say it's mid. Builderman, I'm putting that in great because there's a sentry that slows down the killer, and also there's the dispenser, and the dispenser can heal your teammates, which is really good because there's not too many healers. Or there's a few healers, but not too many. So the turret can also help because if someone's trying to run, then they can get away from the killer because the killer's probably going to target the turret, which I've seen the killer do multiple times. So I'm going to put that in great. Chance, I'm going to put in mid because you get really screwed over when you flip the coin and get the weakness. You can also get screwed over when you do the reroll for your health and stuff like that. So I would say he's alright, but I wouldn't put him in strong or great because of how his abilities work. Because he does have the gun and stuff, but the gun also has a chance to shoot him. So it's really not that great, even though he might sound great because he get more health and stuff than normal guys. But that's not that's the only upside I can think of about him. Dukestar, or however you say it, I'm gonna put him in good only because he gets targeted a lot. His ability is great. The force field, it saved me multiple times. The don't know what's called, but like the strike ability thing where it can silence the killer or speed you up. That's awesome. You could definitely get out of chases if they help you out. But he gets targeted so much because he's super helpful to the other team. So he can't do too much to help himself except for slowing down the killer, which can really get him killed. So I'm just gonna put him in good, not great, not strong, but he's not bad. So guest, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put that in good because he can be really good depending if you make the killer think that you're gonna block so they won't hit you right away, which can turn out really good. And also, when you do punch the killer, it knocks them back, and also you have the rush ability, which is pretty good. But some people use it for like running, which is really bad because it gives you slowness after you run. So like it would just give you a disadvantage kind of. So I would say it's good, but not really, strong just because of how people use it sometimes. And then also just the fact how the dash doesn't do too much except for keep the killer in spot for like 3 seconds. So as soon as you dash into it, they're kind of already coming back for you. So yeah, probably no, maybe probably like the worst sentinel in the game, I would say. Which this is my opinion. So don't freaking give me heat in the comments. That's not my fault. I just think that. Shaletsky, I put it great just because the sword actually is, like, his ability is really good and stuns for a good amount of time. And I actually, Shaletsky is my highest level, so I'm a Sentinel main, and because I play Shaletsky so much, I've gotten a bit better, and I think Shaletsky is very worth it because the sword stuns it, like stuns the killer for like 5 seconds. So once you stun the killer, you can definitely get out of that situation that you're in. So I'd say pretty good. Taff, I'm gonna put it in alright because the tripwire, it slows them down a bit, but then also, marks their location. But then so it's like, alright. But then what really made me put it in alright was the subspace strip mine because that thing can throw so many people off, especially like new players and stuff. They get super lost and you can get out of there like really fast. But for players that have been playing against Taff for a bit, it's really not that crazy, but can still disorient them sometimes. So it would still be worth it. So I put that in alright just because it's alright. Jason, first killer. I'm gonna put it in good because there's the abilities can make it really good, and also it has the biggest hitboxes out of all killers, so automatically just makes it way better. And I think that the ability does like 50 damage where you do a bunch of attacks against them. Don't know what it's called, but that ability is really good because if they're like, I don't know, say it's like Elliot or something, and they're like 40 HP, or anybody if they're 40 HP they would die, but Elliot starts off with like 80. So if you hit them with it when they're max health, or if you hit Elliot with it, I think they're gonna die pretty fast, and it's just like an easy high damage attack. Cool Kid. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put that in all right, just because I don't think it's, or actually I'm switching it to good because I think it's on Jason's level because it has a range attack, or it has 2 ranged attacks, and also the sword ability is pretty easy to miss, but it's also pretty hard, or it's pretty easy to actually hit it as well. You just gotta get them in the right position that you can dash into them, and you can actually narrow it off with the brick, which is a combo. So the minion's pretty good because they won't go towards the minion, so you can minion, block, and dash at the same time, which would like corner them in. So I think it'd be pretty good, and it's definitely worth however much money it is for like a first killer. So I put it in good. John Doe, I'm putting that in great because the wall and the digital footprint can absolutely get people in a horrible position. So I think that it should be great because if you corner them off, you basically get a kill. And also, I didn't do this on any of the other ones, but John Doe has some great skins. So I didn't put it in great because that's more because of the abilities. Because also it has the 404 error, which you can see everybody on the map, which is so good because you can do that and then put the wall up to try and hit them, which works out sometimes. And the wall also does 12 damage, which is pretty decent if you hit like 4 or 5. Our last killer and last character for the game, I'm going to put it in strong. I know, you guys might think, oh, that's strong. That's like way over the top. But if you use the scan and then see a bunch of people together, you can use the mass infection, which will get all of which will hit all of them if they're still there, do a damage to them, and basically they'll all be taking damage over time. And if say it's a chance that has like weakness, they could probably die because of that. Also, the other ranged ability, I don't know what it's called, but like the 2 spear things, it puts stuff on their screen that they have to click. So if they're low and you hit them with that, you're definitely going to be able to kill them because you can run up to them because they're still getting rid of that off your screen, which is so good. And I use it so many times that I've gotten kills. So I think I put it strong because of those reasons. There's also the ability that you can see everybody as well, so it's even better. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for my tier list. And if you have anything that I should change, comment it below. But like I said closer to the beginning, this is my opinion. So, you know, just don't send me hate for this. But I see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.